Ooh, scary games then, specifically for the PlayStation 1. First thing first, there is no Silent Hill included in this list. And I'll tell you for why, because prices have gone ridiculous for it. I was trying to get a copy off eBay because I traded mine many years ago, which I am bitterly resentful about. But a decent copy will go for about £70 these days, which is far too much. So, let's start with something a little bit different then. Martian Gothic, survival horror game set on Mars, very similar to your standard Resident Evil sort of formula. Fixed camera angle, fairly painful puzzle solving, absolutely nonsense plot about Mars going silent and then you're a team of 3 guys or 2 guys and a girl, I can't remember. And they turn up to investigate it and everyone's dead and just some people you can kill and some people you can't and they come back to life and it's all very Aliens versus Stargate versus total rubbish. Released pretty much at the end of the PlayStation lifespan this one was, and it is actually a very good game. So nice printed disc, some sort of weird alien embryo on there. Anything on the back? We've got Martian Gothic is a futuristic third-person horror adventure set on the hostile alien landscape of Mars. Yeah, that's pretty much your lot. Let's have a quick look at the manual. Actions, quick reference guide, combat mode. Come on, anything interesting here? Your mission here. New game. Oh, your mission begins here. I see, that's explaining the main menu. Computer system. Oh yeah, the computer system. It was really similar to the Resident Evil typewriter save system until about 2/3 of the way through the game, and then you pick up a laptop and it was saved through. Yeah, here we go. Martian Mayhem the game. So you can only save at certain computers through the main story, and then you pick up a laptop and you can save anywhere because why would anything need to be a challenge? Martian intelligence, mood, weapons, ammunition. Yeah, no, sadly no shots of the monsters in here, but they were pretty interesting. A little bit of a Dead Space vibe going on with this one. Anyway, let's have a look at some footage from it.
If anyone here was alive, would they have left the corpse lying in a corridor?
Next up on the list then, and probably one of my all-time favourite games, it's just had a remake. It is Resident Evil 2. I absolutely love Resident Evil 2. It's second entry in the Resident Evil series. You've got Leon, Claire, Brad in this? No, Brad isn't in this one. Carlos, possibly, as one of the unlockable characters, and then a big block of tofu with a knife. The main benefit of Resident Evil 2 is it takes all of the fun stuff from the first game and builds on it rather than just changing the whole formula. Virgin Interactive. Yeah, there's not a great deal on these platinum boxed games. First there was the disaster at the Mansion Lab. Umbrella Corp developed the T-Virus. Yeah, so this one's the G-Virus. And it is a much better game than Resident Evil 1, because there's a lot more story and playability and plot in it. I say plot, the whole plot for this is pretty much one of those third-order idiot plots, where everything could be avoided if, I don't know, the Resident Evil Umbrella Corporation developed a bomb instead of an enormous virus. You know, it's one of those where the protagonist and everybody involved in the story is a complete moron. There's some really nice scenes in this. I say nice. There's a burning helicopter on a roof that looks fantastic. And there's one on a train towards the end of the game, and it uses some extremely nice pre-rendered backgrounds. What have we got in the manual? Special controls, starting a mission. Yep, the box art zombies there. They were used in a lot of the trailers and the promotional stuff. Starting the second mission. Resident Evil 2 is equipped with a new extended gameplay system. Yeah, so when you're done Leon, you essentially play the same story from somebody else's perspective as Claire. And then when you've done that, you unlock some different characters. Just a marine in a gas mask and the aforementioned big block of tofu with a knife. Not a bad game at all. Let's have a look at it. Third up then, Alone in the Dark, The New Nightmare. This is a little bit of a forgotten one as far as Alone in the Darks go. There was a PlayStation 2 version of it that was actually a little bit better, but the PS1 holds a lot of charm for me. It's the fourth instalment in the franchise, and it's a lot like Martian Gothic as far as it goes. It's hit the PlayStation 1 right at the end of its lifetime. I think it was mid-2001 this was released. So yeah, 2001 Infograms. Nice box for this. Interesting layout compared to some of the others. What else have we got on here? Nothing particularly interesting on the box. 2 discs. The interesting thing with this one was a lot of the game's sort of set in pitch blackness, and you've got a flashlight, so you effectively blind everyone to death. Ooh, hideous text. Lowercase I. Edward Carnby, Private Eye of the Paranormal, is back. Yeah, we've got any of the interesting monsters in here. There's Edward, as portrayed by Christian Slater in that awful Uwe Boll film. Eileen Cedric, and then something from World of Warcraft there, definitely. That's it. That's your whole lot for monsters. But yeah, you had the flashlight, you had flamethrowers, you had some really interesting stuff. Some nonsense plot about ancient tablets and your best friend being murdered. But yeah, well worth a look, Alone in the Dark is, especially the PS1 version, because the case doesn't close, ever. Anyway, let's have a look at this. In at number 2 then. Now this is a strange one. Galliers. Now, I've got a lot of love for Galliers, but it's not terribly well remembered from what I can tell. It's another sort of Resident Evil formula survival horror where it's just you and you've got to go through pre-rendered background rooms. Instead of the Resident Evil formula for this, when you go through a door it says Galliers instead of showing you a door opening animation, presumably so you can remember what the bloody hell it's called. If you put it on your shelf, this will annoy you forever, because the titles don't line up on the side, they're staggered. I couldn't tell you why that is, presumably just to annoy just me and nobody else. This is a pretty big one because it's absolutely chock full of cinematics. 70 minutes of stunning cinematics, yeah. 20 hours of gameplay spread across 3 discs. This was it wasn't a late one, but it wasn't an early one either, was it? 99, 2000. Yeah, you sort of fight weird lab creatures and just some regular scientist dudes that show up to be a pain. I think the main character's called Rion, and he's a kid with psychic powers. There's no guns and the like in this. It's sort of single targeting magic spell stuff. Yeah, we go. Charge, psychic attack. Game system, starting the game, blah 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 blah. Yeah, the 3D in the cutscenes is pretty good in this, and the pre-rendered backgrounds are very nice, but unfortunately a lot of them are just boring corridors and labs. It's still quite an interesting game though, because it's been pretty much forgotten. You'd be led to believe you're getting some sort of RPG from this style box, but it is definitely not. Pills and drugs, that's what we like. Recovery capsule, fully restores Rion's HP. Who've we got? Birdman. Looks like he's going to go to some sort of parade there. Or fishing. They might be fishing waders. Yeah. Interesting. Dr. Pascal. Dr. Steiner. Elsa. Rabbit. Everyone sounds terribly evil in this, don't they? Dr. Lem. Yeah, Rabbit. These are the generic enemies in it. And they're just sort of regular dudes, and they shamble across and just bash you about a bit. Anyway, interesting game. Let's have a look at it. Right, last up then, and this is probably one of my favourite games of all time. It is Nightmare Creatures. Now, there's plenty of ports of this. There was a PC one, there was a Dreamcast one, but I maintain the PlayStation one, probably one of the best. it's sort of billed as a survival horror game, but it really isn't. It's more of a hack and slash, and nice little PlayStation magazine thing there. We'll have a look at that at the end. Yeah, it's a really nice game, Nightmare Creatures is. I love the disc, I love the manual. You can play as two guys. No, not two guys. A guy and a girl, Ignatius and... oh, I can't remember her name. I absolutely can't remember her name at all. Is it in the manual? Quick, tell us. Main menu, save and load. Ignatius, yes, he's the main guy. He's some sort of demon hunter, priest maybe. And Nadia, there we go. That's the other character you can play as. Yeah, and it's sort of hack and slash, but with guns and bombs and mines, and I think you might get some sort of grenade launcher thing later on. Released in January 98 over in PAL regions, a little bit earlier everywhere else. There's sort of this magic and weapons combo system going on. If you've ever played The Order 1886 on the PS4, I think it was one of the launch titles, it's basically this, but, you know, this isn't shit. Yeah, nonsense plot in this again. Something about Black Hand, Black Ward, something like that. Developing some sort of super soldier serum in Victorian England, and then it all going wrong. Let's see if the manual will tell us a little bit about the plot. History is full of coincidences and often repeats itself. However, the role of chance is less significant than people suppose. The Great Fire of London in 1666 and the Fire of 1834 at first do not appear related, and yet in London a strange story is whispered. Yeah, absolute nonsense for the story, but really solid, good game. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, so that's kind of it for these ones. Let's have a look through this PlayStation magazine thing while we've got a sec here. Featured inside, monster trucks. That's what we like. Is this just a little bit of advertising from 1998? I suspect it is. Brought to you in conjunction with Sony Computer Entertainment and Psygnosis. Total Control, yeah, this must be a later one because they're featuring the dual shock pads there. Secret lines, call Powerline on this premium rate number and we will tell you how to get past something. Power up different controllers. Oh yeah, there's the old school PlayStation controller. Memory cards, mouse, multi-tap. Monster trucks, making waves. What's that? Is that Hydro Thunder? No, it isn't. Rapid Racer. Well, this is quite interesting. Oh god, G-Con 45. Absolutely love me a light gun game. G-Police, Colony Wars, London Calling. Ooh. Oh yeah, that sounds it. Nightmare Creatures. Oh, you see, in this big bit here, you'd think they'd put the title rather than just some rubbish. Choose your free game. I think we're probably 20 years too late for that. Anyway, that's an interesting thing. Okie dokie then. Well, thanks very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed these not really Halloween special, but PS1 scary games. And we'll be back next week with something a bit different. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Subscribe for more.